up? I got Naskin here with me. This ain't a diss song, but yeah, you know what it is. I'm a cheesehead, y'all niggas cheese whiz. Pittsburgh Steelers, that's nothing. That Super Bowl ring, that's nothing. Pull up in your town when you.
Couple injury updates: Dexter Williams, illness; Mason Crosby, calf; Darnell Savage, tooth; and Josh Jackson, foot.
Any long-term concerns with any of those?
No, nothing long-term.
Did you make it through the whole practice without the cart today?
I did, for the most part. I took a couple breaks, but no, it's good just to be back out there, kind of back in the mix with the guys, and it was a lot of fun.
What did you want to see today, and did you see it?
You know, I think it's early on. It's day one. It's about us setting standards and just how we operate as a football team. I thought there was a lot of good things and a lot of things that we can work on. I think just one of the things that I hit on at the end was just urgency from drill to drill. I felt like there was a little lag out there a little bit.
What's the difference when you don't have pads on, just like the spring? What's the difference between what we just did out there, what you do in the spring? Is there anything tangible?
No, it's honestly it's an extension of OTAs. It's until you really get the pads on. I mean, you don't get as good of a feel for how the run game's going, but that'll come soon enough.
Matt, you've been on the job since January. You've presided over practices during one season training camp. Is it different your first training camp practice as head coach, or is it all kind of just the same?
I mean, the only thing that's really different is all the fan support we get here, which is, unlike anything I've been around. It actually reminded me of my first year, the first year in Washington when we went down to Richmond. There was a bunch of people there, but I mean, it was incredible, and that speaks to this fan base, and we're grateful for that.
Matt, you mentioned the urgency and the message to the guys. Was that when you pulled them all together before the final team drill? Was that what you were talking about then, or was that something different?
No, I was just kind of talking before that last team period. We're about competition, and that last period was a competition. It was third down and goal, and you either win or you lose. And we had 9 cracks at it, and but I thought it amped up the energy a little bit, and it was good. It was encouraging. The defense got after the ball, which is what we want to be about. And from an offensive perspective, we've got to do a better job of taking care of it.
Tough day for your quarterbacks, or a good day for your secondary?
I don't know. I got to watch the tape yet.
Defense win that drill?
Yeah, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I wasn't quite keeping score because you kind of move on to the next play. Well, there are a couple bang plays at the goal line that are going to be judgment calls, but we'll take a look at it on tape.
What was communication like that between the play caller and the quarterbacks?
Oh, it was great. It was good. Like I said, it was easier. It's so much easier when you're not coaching from a cart and you can be in the mix with those guys, and so that got me really excited, just being back around those guys. And I think that's going to be the driving force. I think that is with most football teams, is just how that communication, not only with myself and the quarterbacks, but with how we operate as a team.
You talked about a little bit of the lag in between drills. Is that to be expected at this point? How has the team responded to your tempo compared to other teams you've coached at this point in the process?
I think each team's a little bit different. That's a tough question to really, unless I really sat down and reflected for a while. But it's just about us continuing what we want to do and trying to improve each and every day. And I think there is room for improvement there.
Well, but it looked different today than what we're used to. There was these TV timeouts. The music wasn't on as often or as loud. So the music today, it adds energy to it. We see you just go from drill to drill. Was there a transition with this group here through the spring to get it to where you want? And I know you're probably trying to improve every day.
Yeah, there's always a transition, right? And as people learn how you operate, I think, day one is always a little bit slower than we're going to be. Even tomorrow, I think you'll notice a difference. And I think we got to crank that music up a little bit louder, too. So bring some earplugs.
Matt, will the first day in pads be Saturday or Sunday?
Yeah, we're going to go. So tomorrow is another acclimatization period, so it'll be just like today. Then Saturday, we're going to go with just shoulder pads, and Sunday we'll go pads. Full pads.
What's the thinking on that?
Yeah, I just want to ease it into them, you know. I just think that's, you know, everything's a little bit of a feel, and like I told you guys yesterday, we're fluid, so if we need to change it, we will, but I just think I just want to ease these guys into it a little bit.
Man, are the first 2 days installation days, or do you start that on the pads?
Oh no, every day we've got our install set for really all the way up until our first preseason game. We'll be implementing things. So today we both offensively and defensively operated from a very small menu.
How much game planning do you do for the preseason games, and how much do you do in practice, or is it just competitive stuff?
Yeah, you know what? We're trying to install a system both offensively and defensively. Certainly, there are times you get a little frustrated as a play caller when the defense gloves a concept, and you're thinking we need to come up with something for that. But now it's just about installing our plays, our system, and hopefully that we got enough good plays out there from an offensive perspective that has answers if a defense has a great coverage on for it.
Were you installing more plays that incorporated the fullback today, just as part of your package, or is that indicative of how much you expect to use that position?
You're saying just 21 personnel in general? Yeah, I think, we're still feeling this thing out. We're trying to figure out what these guys do well and what's going to be our best personnel grouping. And so, I feel good about Vitale and Johnson as fullbacks, and so we're definitely going to get them reps in there.
Did you like when you went to the quick snap, or when you ran up the line of scrimmage? I'm not sure what you guys call that, but when you did that, what was the process? Can you see that they're together on that?
Yeah, I still, again, there's a lot of improvement left to be had, and that's just something that we like to do is from time to time, especially if you catch a defense in a man coverage, it presents some problems for them. So you'll see that implemented throughout our offense.
Matt, at wide receiver, you have Devontae, and you have a bunch of guys that have varying degrees of stuff to prove. Are you trying to cycle through as many of those guys with the ones and the Aaron as you can to get them all a little bit of work, or what's kind of your philosophy for breaking up the snap?
Yeah, I think early on in training camp, certainly we want to give as many guys an opportunity that we think are going to be part of our football team to get just that continuity with the quarterback. That's so critical to any offense. But also, you got to be mindful of, you got to save these guys' legs too now, because we're running, I don't even know, I think it was 70 some odd snaps out there with some of the two-spot stuff. But so you don't want to burn these guys out too early. So we're extremely mindful of how many reps each individual is taking.
About the quarterback rotation, do you have that set out days in advance in terms of who takes first snap, second snap, third snap, or is that something you adjust even within a practice?
Yeah, we adjust all the time. Yeah. Every day we're going to reevaluate and reward players accordingly. I think that is competition, and you play better, you're going to get more reps. You earned it.
How encouraging is it to see that play from Kaiser in the red zone where he's got a free rusher and he's hitting Vitale for a touchdown?
Yeah, that was a great play by him. So great job recognizing he was in a hot situation and he got the ball out of his hands, and that's really what we want those guys to do. Is if you're not in the most ideal look, just how do you survive that? How do you get the ball out of your hand? And then, great job, great urgency by Danny to get up off the ground and go score.
So you said there were a couple of bang plays in that last red zone. Would you have maybe reached for your challenge flag on a pass interference perhaps at any
so
point
funny, because that's what Getsy, I was standing right next to Getsy, and he said challenge. And that's going to be an interesting dynamic, how we go about that, and, just throughout the preseason and into the regular season. We got to get a feel for how they're going to officiate some of that stuff.
So like all kidding aside, you're gonna have to practice that. The preseason will be
There's-
good for you then.
There's no doubt about it. I think every opportunity that we get to go out on the field, especially when you're talking about game situations, no matter who's out on the field, it's great for us as coaches as well.
Was that the first snap of that drill that you're referring to that you made a challenge?
With Jimmy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Just wanna make sure we're
Yeah. You guys are observant, man. Yeah. No? You wouldn't have challenged?
No.
All right. Well, maybe. Can you come stand by me on the sideline on game day?
So, I just love my team. Yeah, that's the team with them big G's on the helmet.